Hello and welcome. I'm Kate and I'm here today to answer everybody's burning question, which Cricut machine is right for me? Let's dive right in. So there are 3 different Cricut machines for you to choose from. Each machine was designed for a different purpose and different kinds of makers. Let's start with the Cricut Joy. Cricut Joy is our smallest and I think the cutest cutting machine. It's simple and it's compact and lightweight, perfect for quick everyday projects like cards, labels and vinyl stickers. And because the Cricut Joy system includes smart materials, you can cut vinyl and iron-on without a mat up to 6 meters in length. Then this is the Cricut Explorer 2. It can write, draw, cut and score, and you can cut over 100 different materials like glittery paper, vinyl, iron-on, polished foils and bonded fabric, all sorts. And then this here is the Cricut Maker, the ultimate smart cutting machine. It offers professional level DIY performance and versatility. How may you ask? Well, the Cricut Maker has an adaptive tool system that will grow with you as your creativity grows. There are over 12 different tools that allow you to do things like engrave and score, deboss and cut materials from fabric even to things like wood. Okay, that was quick. Has that helped you narrow down which machine is right for you? Or do you just want all of them like I do? Now, I'll talk a bit more in depth about each machine and tell you my favourite elements of each one. Just skip ahead if you want information on just one machine, or stay with me for the full ride if you prefer. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the Cricut Joy. The Cricut Joy's simple and compact design is very much intentional. Its small size makes it really easy just to take with you wherever you want to create and put away when you've finished again. It's perfect if you're a bit tight on space to make things in your home, and it's just so much smaller than all of the other machines. When you open the lid of the Cricut Joy, there's only one clamp here. So the Cricut Explorer and the Cricut Maker both have 2 clamps, but the Joy just has this one clamp. This is where you put the blade and the pen. So you simply unclamp the clamp here, take out the blade and then drop the pen in and close the clamp back up again. And then when you've finished, you just open the clamp and pop the blade back in. The Joy pens are smaller than the average Cricut pen and they can be used to draw embellishments onto projects, create labels and so much more. In spite of its size, the Cricut Joy can cut over 50 lightweight materials. And even better than that, it has the ability to cut with or without a mat. So other Cricut machines require you to stick the material that you want to cut onto a mat. And with Cricut Joy, you can do this, or you can use smart materials. So smart materials like these here have been designed with a special backer to replace the need for a mat. So to cut, you just place your smart material straight into the machine. It will automatically load the material in. The sensors inside the machine can even measure the material to make sure that you've got enough for whichever project you're making. And then by eliminating the mat, it means you can cut one design over 1 meter long. And you can even cut repeated designs up to 6 meters long. It's ridiculous. Let me show you what I mean. So here's an example of a cut. This here, up to the letter A, is one design that is 1.2 meters long. But I'm going to keep rolling it out. Whoop. And this is altogether 6 meters long. It's crazy. Just imagine what you can do with all of this. I mean, look, it's just all from this tiny little machine. To cut other materials, so the standard Cricut materials, there are 3 different mats to choose from. This 15 centimeter green mat comes with your machine, so it's great for using up scraps. And then you can also get a 30cm long mat, 10cm by 30cm in the standard grip and the light grip too. Another revolutionary part of the Cricut Joy system is the insert card mat, so this one here. If you haven't seen this card mat in action, the concept is pretty simple, but it's a total game changer. So if you purchase a Joy, you're going to absolutely love this feature. You just remove the plastic liner from the mat, take your insert card, place the back flap of the card under the top piece of the mat, making sure you push it right up and right in. Just push it all the way down. And we've also created insert card kits, which have got the folded card, the insert and the envelope all inside. So, and all of those result in a finished card. You just pop it through and it will cut out the design for you. Honestly, it's amazing. No glue, no mess, no fuss. And there are over 300 card designs and counting in Design Space for you to choose from. All you have to do is choose the card and get cutting, that's it. So, did we cover all of your questions? If not, just leave them in the comments. So to recap, the Joy is the perfect machine for quick, everyday projects like cards, vinyl stickers and labels. Okay, so over to the Cricut Explorer 2 and the Cricut Maker. These are two pretty amazing cutting machines. Long gone are the days when you have to cut anything by hand. So let's start with how these two machines are similar. So both of them have the same cutting dimensions. You use similar mats, so you can choose from the 30 by 30 centimetre or 30 by 60 centimetre mats. This one here. And they come in standard grip, strong grip and light grip. And they also use 3 of the same tools. The fine point blade, which is perfect for thin to medium weight materials like paper, cardstock, vinyl and iron-on. The bonded fabric blade, which is recommended for more intricate cuts on bonded fabrics or fabrics with an ironed-on backer. And then the deep point blade, which is ideal for thicker materials such as magnet, thick cardstock, stiffened felt and foam sheets. So let's open the machines up and have a look inside. Woo. You will notice that both machines have an A clamp and a B clamp. The B clamp is where the blades go, B for blades, and the A clamp is perfectly sized for Cricut pens and for the scoring stylus. So A for accessories, B for blades. I love having my machine write messages in cards or draw intricate designs from a project using the pens, and the scoring stylus will help create a score line for perfect folds in any kind of custom made cards or envelopes or 3D projects that you might like to make. You can connect both of these machines via USB or Bluetooth from either your computer, your tablet or your smartphone. So you can see that both machines are actually very similar, but what's the difference? Okay, let's get started with the aesthetics. So the storage capabilities on each machine is a little bit different. On the Explorer, you'll notice one area just over here, which is used to hold tools and pens, whilst on the Maker, we have one long area, which is separated into a deeper pocket for tools, and then a more shallow area, which is used to put blades in. The Explorer only has one area because directly in front of the storage cup is a port for a cartridge. So cartridges used to contain cuttable images, but now all of those images are available on the Design Space library. The front storage area here on the Explorer has 2 sections. So one for tools and blades here. This one's for tools and this one's for blades over here. And then on the Maker, there's just one large storage area which you can use for tools, blades and replacement blades. The Maker has a handy spot here for you to store a device in, and it also has a USB port on the side, which the Explorer doesn't have. You may notice that the Maker is a little bit larger than the Explorer, and it's also much heavier. So the extra weight is because the Maker has a more heavy-duty internal structure, and that allows it to have a lot more force when it's cutting. So that brings us to the biggest difference between the Explorer and the Maker, the cutting power. So The Explorer machines cut over 100 different materials, everything from the most popular craft materials like cardstock, vinyl and iron-on, to speciality materials like glittery paper, polished foils and bonded fabric. The Cricut Maker can cut all of that and loads more. It can actually cut over 300 different materials, including delicate paper and fabric, to tough stuff like mount board, leather and wood. One of my favourite things to cut on the Maker, because I love sewing, is fabric without a backer. So it makes quilting and sewing projects so easy. You can even draw on the fabric markings with an erasable pen. It's completely amazing. So how can the Cricut Maker cut all of these additional materials? It is because it has what we call an adaptive tool system. All of the tools fit into the Maker, but they don't all fit into the Explorer. So we have a rotary blade, which can cut through delicate papers like crepe paper and fabric, which is unbacked. The knife blade, which can cut through thick materials like leather, chipboard and balsa wood. The scoring wheel has a single wheel and a double wheel option that can score crisp fold lines in materials like paper, card and poster board. You can also use the scoring stylus if you prefer. The scoring wheel is actually part of the quick swap housing system, which comes with many different tools that are all interchangeable. Let me show you. Here we go. So we've got the single scoring wheel on there at the moment. I'll just pop the top and pull it out, and then you can replace it with the double scoring wheel. There's also things like the wavy blade, the perforating blade, the engraving tip, the debossing tip, all sorts. You may be wondering why we decided to make tools that only fit in one of the machines. Well, the reason is very simple. In order to cut something like wood or leather, the inner workings of the Maker had to be completely redesigned to allow for the increase in pressure. Also, in order to cut through delicate materials like unbacked fabric and lace, we could no longer rely on the fine point or deep point blades. The dragging action of those blades makes cutting delicate materials really, really difficult. So I've opened the clamp here on the Maker and taken the fine point blade out. And as you can see, inside the Maker, there's a little gear. So there on the machine, if I show you here, there's the gear on one of the tools. And that gear allows the tool to pick up and turn and go in different directions, whilst the fine point blade would just drag itself in a different direction. With the Maker, you choose whatever material you'd like to use directly in the Design Space software. With the Explorer 2, there's a dial over here so that you can choose your material on the actual machine. You choose it and then Design Space will be preset to make sure that the correct pressure is used when cutting your material. Or you can just set it to custom and choose in Design Space like with the Maker. One of the options for both machines is Print Then Cut. This feature allows you, in conjunction with your home printer, to print out full colour images that your Cricut can then cut. On the Explorer, you can print then cut onto white printer paper, and on the Maker, you can print then cut onto white and coloured printer paper. It's brilliant for making your own stickers and all sorts of other amazing projects. The Cricut Joy doesn't have the print then cut functionality though. So as you can see, both of these smart cutting machines have some pretty amazing features, and either one would really be a great choice. Now, we've talked in depth about each machine. What do you think? Have you decided which machine is right for you? If you're looking for a way to quickly make cards, vinyl stickers and other quick everyday projects, we would definitely recommend the Cricut Joy. If you think you're going to primarily be making paper, vinyl or iron-on projects and you'd like a larger cutting size, then we would recommend the Cricut Explorer 2. Or if your making style is all about possibilities and the potential of future projects, or if you just like making projects out of a variety of materials from fabric to wood or leather, then we would definitely recommend the versatility of the Cricut Maker. Whichever machine you decide on, you've already made the right choice in choosing Cricut. Follow us online for more helpful ideas, tips and tricks for using your Cricut machine and so much more. Thank you so much for watching and happy cricketing!